This is a stencil, and this is how I made it. It took 10 real minutes, but I figured you wouldn't want to watch this at original speed because it would get slightly boring. Stencils are used with paint, isn't that an amazing drawing? Or ink to apply the cut-out picture to a surface. This allows the rapid replication of the single motif to make tens, hundreds, or thousands of the same picture. Beg the question, why would you want to have thousands of copies of exactly the same thing? It's so that people can see it. If it's all over the place, everyone will see it, like advertising. Now, the most common paint to use with a stencil is spray paint, which of course is directly associated with graffiti and vandalism. One of the most influential graffiti artists to this time is Banksy. Not much is known about him. His work started in Bristol and is primarily in the UK, so he is probably British and from Bristol, but he has done graffiti all over the world. His artwork can be roughly sorted into a few categories: comical in a somewhat deadpan manner or by parodying well-known symbols; philosophical, even though he mocks the first lines in the last. Why would he spray it in the first place if he doesn't believe in it? The last line seemed like a comical self-dismissal at first, but what he says is actually meant quite earnestly. Political messages, especially anti-American, anti-war, and anti-capitalist. Or stuff that's just there to look nice. But graffiti isn't all Banksy does. This is a 2004 installation at Piccadilly Circus in London named "McDonald's is Stealing Our Children." It's a child-sized inflatable doll wearing children's clothing so that it looks like a real child, attached by a string to a large helium McDonald's balloon and to a lamppost below, to be suspended in mid-air between the balloon and the post. So what does it mean? In first place, it's a publicity stunt. People are supposed to think, why is there a child flying away with a McDonald's balloon? But the title indicates that this may be an attack against McDonald's advertising, targeting children and attracting them with unhealthy food, stealing them from a healthy lifestyle, stealing their minds from themselves and their parents. This piece can be associated with some of his other work. The previously shown anti-American stencil, "What part of thermonuclear war didn't you understand?" for instance. Banksy would appear to have strong feelings against the American culture, consumerism, and diplomatic methods, seeing the American people as slaves to advertising in the media and the government as excessively belligerent. Not really a very neutral person, is he? So, summing it all up, Banksy is an artist who works mainly with spray paint and stencils in public spaces without permission. Some of his work is comical, possibly to maintain interest or simply to entertain. He also, however, has strong political views which are also reflected in some of his works. I personally like Banksy, not so much for his serious work, because a lot of it contains hate messages or just becomes depressing as a result of a certain measure of truth, but his comical work is great. Okay, that one wasn't. You don't need to read this bit, it's not all that interesting.